enter into the history of Sisters of St. Charles at West in the era of 1784 to 1884, we need to look into the political events that shaped the life of the congregation. The life of the Belgian church and of religious life was closely linked to and influenced by the political and socio-cultural situation of the rest of Europe, depending on who ruled the country of Belgium. 1784 was a period of great distress for the church in Belgium. By that fact, the congregation suffered with the church. The Austrian Emperor Joseph II suppressed seminaries, convents, and monasteries. All religious were ordered to evacuate their buildings. The French Revolution was a period of major social upheaval that began in 1787 and ended in 1799. It sought to abolish the monarchy and completely change the relationship between the rulers and those they governed. The revolutionary liberated France from the monarchy and proclaimed it a republic in 1792. The agents of the revolutionary government established their headquarters for this region at the castle of West, next door to the convent, from where every activity of the sisters could be observed. One day, one of the agents of revolutionary government said to a young novice, Sister Hennebert,
Citizen, I bring you liberty.
pointing to her veil, a symbol of a bond with Christ. She replied,
My liberty, here it is.
in 1796, the revolutionary government suppressed most of the remaining religious houses and ordered all religious to evacuate their buildings. All the church property became the state property. The imperial decree ordering the dissolution of all religious institutions was promulgated in June 1804. This is what the decree read. Imperial decree ordering the dissolution of several religious or associations. From the day of the publication of the present decree, the unions or associations will be and remain dissolved. The ecclesiastics composing unions or associations under the pretext of religion will withdraw without delay to their dioceses and live in conformity to the laws and under the jurisdiction of the ordinary. The laws which forbid the admission into all religious orders by which one binds by perpetual vows will continue to be in force in its form and content. No union or association of men and women may be formed in the future under the pretext of religion unless it has been formally authorized by an imperial decree. Nevertheless, associations known under the names of Sisters of Charity, Hospitaller Sisters, Sisters of St. Thomas, Sisters of St. Charles, and Wattelot Sisters will continue to exist in conformity with the orders dated. The attorney generals of our courts and our imperial prosecutors will prosecute even by extreme means according to the exigencies of the case all persons of both sexes who would transgress directly or indirectly the present decree will be inserted in the Bulletin of Laws.
Thank God, the congregation of the Sisters of St. Charles was spared from suppression. They could wear their religious habit, follow their rules, and carry on their apostolates unhindered. The sisters expressed their deep gratitude to God. They opened the doors of the convent to several religious from the suppressed communities who were seeking refuge. These sisters lived a very edifying life in our community till the storm passed by and they were able to assemble again in their communities. What could have been the reason that our congregation was spared from the fury of the long and terrible storm? We shall listen from Sister Benedicta Lobo, the author of the book, Ever Ancient Yet Ever New.
Three things seem to have helped to preserve the convent from suppression by the revolutionary government. First, the free education given to a large number of poor children of several villages and the care given to the psychiatric patients. The witness of a life of poverty in which the sisters lived, and the precautionary measures taken by the community, such as registering the property in the name of trustworthy lay individuals, burying title deeds and important documents in the ground, and hiding the vestments and sacred vessels in reliable houses of the village.
During the rule of the revolutionary government in 1811, Bishop Hearn of Tournai and Father Duvivier, the spiritual director of the community, were imprisoned in France for courageously defending the rights of the church. This particular incident put our sisters into a difficulty. Let's go to the convent of Wes.
Mother, we have fixed the date for the first profession of novice Sister Marie Rose. But how are we to get the permission as our bishop and spiritual director are in the prison?
Mother, you go ahead with the preparation. I shall get the permission for the first profession.
Mother Catherine Heno, disguised in secular clothes, succeeded in getting there in order to get permission for Sister Marie Rose to make her profession.
After the fall of Napoleon, Belgium was annexed to Holland. The Belgians had still to struggle to get their independence from Holland. After a period of turmoil and struggle, the revolution ended in a victory for the Belgians and the proclamation of independence of Belgium under the red, yellow, and black tricolor with the motto Unity is Strength. Let us now peep into the extensions and constructions during this era. After the French Revolution, the population of the convent increased with the psychiatric patients, the lady boarders, children in the boarding school, and also the number of sisters in the community and members of suppressed religious houses who were accommodated in our house till the political storm was calm. This demanded that extensions and constructions was the order of the day.
In 1791, construction of the building consisting of the apartment of the spiritual director, rooms for the lady boarders, some classrooms, refectory and dormitory for the student boarders. In 1816, extension of the building for the lady boarders. Members of the suppressed religious houses are also received here. 1820. After his return from prison, the chaplain Father Duvivier asked the community superior, Mother Catherine, to undertake the construction of a bigger chapel. With the help of donations, the chapel was completed in 1820.
In 1831, a bakery is constructed for the use of the inmates. In 1834, construction of the classrooms for the day scholars. In 1835, a dormitory for the children is constructed, which is the present generalate.
In 1840, the rapid growth of the boarding house demands extension of the buildings. The construction of a new and more spacious building is undertaken. In 1844, the residence of the bishop, known as Salon de Monsignor, is constructed, as well as a first floor over this consisting of cubicles and 2 infirmaries. In 1845, construction of games hall and music room. A great number of transformation of existing buildings and constructions of new ones to extend the boarding school takes place at this period.
1848. Construction of the new building for the Psychiatric Institute as the number of the patients keep increasing. 1850. The present chapel was constructed and consecrated in 1855, the year of the solemn promulgation of the dogma of the Immaculate Conception. 1854. A burial vault of the sisters was constructed under the sanctuary of the chapel.
In 1860, till 1835, the number of sisters was restricted to 20. Thereafter, more sisters were admitted by Mother Catherine Henno with the permission of the bishop.
In 1861, the decision to open a house at Perway was taken. On April 18, 1861, the house of Perway was blessed. The same year, a boarding school was started in the existing building. The foundation stone of the new building was laid in 1862 by Bishop Labis and Mother Alphonse de Costa.
1874. Important construction work is undertaken at West. The building constructed in 1715 is demolished, having become too small and impractical. Other transformations and extensions are also made. In its place, the main building as it is seen today is constructed. It consists of the parlors on the ground floor, the rooms of the boarders on the first and second floor.
1878, construction of the paying day school at Perway. 1880, construction of a free day school at Perway. 1881, installation and inauguration of the new pipe organs of the chapel at West.
An article in the local newspaper, Fil di Tournée, of November 12, 1856, gives an eloquent summary of the impact of the life and works of the sisters at that time.
See, Mother, there is something beautiful written about our convent in this paper. Is it so? Please read it. Besides the care given by these good sisters to the psychiatric patients and to the women temporarily brought there for the reason of age or health, They also have a free school for the children and a boarding school for the children of well to do families. The function superior is entrusted to Mother Alfonsa de Coster. She is a person of real eminent merit. Besides the exactitude, the intelligent discharge of her function of directing the philanthropic works, she has the gift of gaining the hearts, specially of parents and relations of the unfortunate patients who come to receive care in this house. What we say of the superior holds good for all the members of the community. These servants of the Lord shine through the practice of noble virtues. To a fervent piety, they add a zeal full of self abnegation for the comfort of the unfortunate ones. They find their joy in accomplishing their charitable task, be it in the care they give to the women afflicted by mental illness, be it in the formation of the mind and spirit of the young students entrusted to their care. They have renounced the attractions of the world in order to give themselves with an undivided heart to the task that they have chosen and for which the Creator has given superhuman strength. In their holy place of seclusion, their life divided between prayer and duty, they enjoy consolation unknown to the world. Without that deep faith which animates them, they would not be able to accomplish the noble mission they have accepted.
Wonderful, wonderful. Praise the Lord. I too have one in the paper. These devoted servants of the Lord excelled in the practice of the most difficult virtues. To a fervent piety, they joined a zeal full of abnegation, entirely consecrated to their holy duties, for which they had bid goodbye to the world. They find their joy in nothing else than in their charitable works. Nevertheless, many of these admirable virgins before whom we might bow in profound respect could have played a very brilliant role in the world. Many were called by birth and education to occupy a distinguished place in society. So, to these chosen souls, inflamed with divine love, all this could not suffice to merit the ineffable joys of heaven. This esteemed that a life of abnegation is never too great a price for it. Isn't it wonderful, Mother?
Yes, it is really wonderful. I thank the Almighty. The society has recognized the service of our sisters over here.
The year 1884 marked the second centenary of the foundation of the congregation, which culminated in 1885. We shall look forward to hear about it in the next episode.
Thank you and God bless you.